Gentlemen.
So,
Hi.
hi. Where do we go? What are we? Are you going to play some music or anything?
I don't know. I guess I'll play some music.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I don't. What do you want to do?
I have no preference.
I have zero
I
preference.
like a good ambient noise.
Ambient noise? I like a good ambient noise.
I like a good.
Hey, welcome to the morning show with
Rise
Carol and the Dead Band.
Rise and shine, everybody.
Oh.
Something's fucked up on the I-565. We got a wreck on 72. Good luck going to the arsenal tonight.
It's the I-65 troll.
Yeah, that was me flirting.
Sam, the whoopee cushion never gets old.
It never does.
It's a classic.
Hey guys, you stuck in traffic? Well, guess what? I'm gonna fart the entire time. But guess what? It's not gonna sound. It's just funny the entire time.
It's gonna be a wacky show.
It's gonna. Good morning, Seattle.
Oh my god. You know, wacky is a word that needs to come back in style.
Wacky?
No one ever says, oh, that guy is wacky. He's a wacky guy.
You know what another one is?
What?
Kooky.
Kooky? You're a kooky guy.
He's so kooky.
He's a kooky guy.
He's a kooky character.
Oh, what a kooky.
Speaking of ambient noises, did you ever notice like when you would play like an ID game for PC, like Doom or fucking Duke Nukem? There were like you had these advanced options under settings where you could like adjust the ambient noise.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's like playing, killing all these demons from another dimension and be like, oh wait, I gotta adjust the ambient noise. I'm not really digging.
I want to hear their screams.
Yeah. I don't want to hear the water dripping as much.
Oh. You know what my favorite in video game noise ever is? It's just really random, but the sound that the kicks make in the original NES game of Kung Fu. You get punch a bunch of midgets in the face. Do you remember that game?
I don't remember that.
And then you have to save the girl from Mr. X. And then he stands there with his hands on his hips, like a bro douche, and he does this laugh.
You know what game I'm excited for? GTA 5.
GTA 5?
GTA 5.
I stopped at GTA Vice City.
Really?
I haven't played
San
it.
Andreas.
Vice
San Andreas
City's pretty good. San Andreas is fucking awesome.
I thought San Andreas.
Look, I'm not even a gamer by any fucking means.
It's fucking fun, man.
San Andreas is great. I made my dude look like a Sicilian rockabilly guy because even though he was a black dude, I just made him really fat. He was a light-skinned black guy, so I put him in a fucking wife beater with a bunch of tattoos and a pompadour.
But have y'all seen like the gameplay preview for GTA 5?
No.
Oh my god!
Really?
They just turn it up to like 22, the double of 11. You know, they
Turn it up to 11. Okay, we'll double that. It's 22. That's 7% of 11.
And add pie.
And add pie. I don't fucking know.
So, yeah, it looks fucking awesome though.
My God.
Looks really cool.
Did you guys hear the rumor of who's supposed to be playing Superman? Who's supposed to be playing Batman in the Superman Batman movie?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
You know what?
Yeah.
I started that rumor and it's fake.
No.
Yeah, he put, and I was like, no, that's not true. He's like, I know, I was just fucking with everybody. I was like, fuck, I thought that was true. He's like, god damn, that'd be horrible.
Thank God.
I'm glad it came full circle though.
Well
It
done.
came back to me.
Man, that's a terrifying notion. You scared the shit out of me. Like, as a fanboy, like, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around a Wolverine movie that doesn't have blood in it.
Yeah.
That's like a Playboy without tits, you know? It's just one of those things. They go hand in hand, like peas and carrots.
It made me think of it though, because like when they announced that, I was like, just had like this train of thoughts where, you know, Joseph Gordon-Levitt it left off that he was, it alluded to maybe he was going to be Robin. But, Christian Bale was
you
like,
can't go full Batman.
Yeah, I was like, he was like, well, I'm in France now and don't want to be Batman.
I haven't seen Dark Knight Rises yet.
Definitely the worst of the three.
Yeah.
I feel bad though because my sister got it for me on DVD for Christmas and I've yet to see it, so I feel obliged to see it, but I know like
we can watch it. We can watch it together, and then you'll realize what all that means.
You're Batman. What are you doing, Batman?
I know I'm gonna not be as impressed as I was with Dark Knight because Dark Knight.
It's
one of my all-time favorite movies.
I'm a firm believer in a school of thought that is considered blasphemous and less popular, but I think Batman Begins was the best out of the three.
I completely. You and
Batman
I
Begins is a solid, very good movie. Yeah.
I completely.
It's solid. It's well structured. It's balanced, and it didn't have the stupid voice. No
stupid voice.
No stupid tiger voice.
Yeah.
And it totally touched upon the character's mythos as well as the personality. Like it balanced it well, and like the camaraderie between Gordon and Batman was impeccable.
First of all, I love, why did I almost call, Gary Oldman. I almost called him Gary Shandling.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
Gary Shandling as Commissioner Gordon. So, and then I almost turned Gary Shandling into Jackie Mason. Jackie Mason as Commissioner Gordon. Batman, what is this, you dummy? The Joker's over here, you're over there. He's gonna blow both of them up. Everything's gonna go kaput. What do you do? There you go. That's my favorite thing I ever thought of. I would love to see Jackie Mason. Who would be the worst pick possible for Commissioner Gordon?
Commissioner Gordon?
Harvey Firestein.
No.
Oh my God, Batman.
Rip Torn.
Rip Taylor. Rip Taylor.
Rip Taylor as Commissioner Gordon.
Rip Taylor. Oh man.
Think of his laugh and it makes me crazy.
Oh my God. I feel like he should have been a Batman villain.
Rip Taylor?
Yes.
Who could he have been?
The crazy hippie. They invented villains for that show. Do you remember Liberace was a Batman villain?
He was. Who was he?
He was Fingers.
Okay.
Yeah, Fingers. Tickling those keys. I'm a Batman villain. Oh, Jesus.
My least favorite Batman villain was Maxie Zeus.
Yeah. Just like in the entire continuity.
Yeah.
He's a really stupid character.
You know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. My favorite villain in animated form has been from the animated series. The original animated series, like, when we were growing up, like the movies. And it was a one-off character that was not in the typical canon for Batman. And she was loosely based on Calendar Man.
Oh, Calendar Girl?
Calendar Girl. Mm-hmm. She was amazing.
And cool name.
Yeah, and
cool name.
The cool thing about her was her costuming, because it always changed depending on whatever her crime in the season.
Yep.
And like my favorite one was the Halloween costume where she was dressed all in black and had the scythe.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the hottest. I've never been so hard watching a Batman episode.
The hardest I've ever gotten watching a or anything, I don't know.
Watching anything ever?
Was probably Carmen Sandiego.
What?
I don't know.
Was
she hot? I thought she was hot.
Carmen Sandiego.
Did Rockapella just do it for you? What was it?
I don't know.
There were too many.
Rockapella.
There were too many people in fedoras on that show.
A lot of fedoras. It was a fedora heavy show.
I was a big fedora fan.
I always thought Carmen Sandiego and Waldo should get together. Have some kids and lose them.
How have they not done more with Carmen Sandiego? Like they need to modernize Carmen Sandiego.
They tried to. They made a cartoon.
Yeah, but that wasn't that recently.
No, it was 90s.
I'm saying it's
That's what
time.
I knew. That's what I grew up. That's what I'm talking about.
You know,
I'm waiting for Angelina Jolie is Carmen Sandiego.
as Laura Croft, Tomb
As
Raider.
Laura Croft.
Carmen's Tomb.
Carmen's Tomb.
San Diego Raider.
You gotta wonder, like, you think Carmen Sandiego ever killed people? Like, I'm just saying.
Well, she was on the run from, like, Interpol, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she was what, like a thief? She was just a thief?
They never stated her crime.
Yeah. Maybe she was like Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
She was technically savvy.
Yep.
She was always seeking asylum in different countries.
It's true.
Carmen Sandiego was the NSA whistleblower of the 90s.
Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is fucking Edward Snowden? That's a good modernization of that. But here, totally random and off topic. Do you guys remember a board game called Fireball Island, or was that before your time?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Okay, I'm just gonna blow your guys' minds really quick. This is my childhood. That's what I do.
All the time. You guys speak
Fireball Island commercial.
You guys speak a whole other language. I have no idea what you guys are talking about 95% of the time.
It was from '92, so I was 12, and you guys were fuck you.
92, I was 2.
I was 8.
Fuck you guys. Oh, hey, how about you guys swing around here really quick because I don't want to move that.
Alright.
Trust me, it's worth your time. And here we go. This was like my favorite game.
Danger lurks on Fireball Island. More than a mere board game, it's a three-dimensional adventure. Your quest, the idol's jewels.
So the retarded dog.
I'll go first. I should.
But it's not so easy. Mountains and chasms stand in your way. And beware, your foes are out to stop you with thundering fireballs and collapsing bridges.
So this is
It's like a
Indiana Jones board game.
Pretty much.
It's like a mousetrap.
It's more awesome Mousetrap.
That's Mousetrap for archaeology.
I could never do mousetraps and put all that shit together. Like, oh fuck this. I didn't do it.
Mousetrap. I guarantee you,
I played a lot
craziest
of-
trap you'll ever
We
see.
played a lot of Jenga.
Vaudeville.
We played Break the Ice. Hungry Hippos.
Break the Ice is a classic.
So fucking fun, man.
Did you ever play Don't Wake Daddy?
Yes, yes, all the time. Checkers.
Count
Me
the
and my
beans.
dad played chess. That's how I love chess, man. I used to play chess.
Dude,
when I
count the
was young.
beans.
Count the beans.
Count the
yes.
beans.
What was that?
Barrel of Monkeys.
Yeah, we didn't play that much. The
Hungry,
fucking one
Hungry
with the cherry tree, the cherries.
I know the one you're talking about, and I can't think of.
It has like it had cherries on it. I mean, cherry tree.
You know what killed board games?
What?
Bop It.
Oh fuck Bop It. Yeah, we never played all that.
Fuck Bop It.
Solitaire.
Bop
Uno.
it. Yank it. Pull it. Yank it. Yank it. Yank it. Yank it, Zach. Yank it.
Smack it.
Smack it.
Pop
Smack that bitch.
Smack it. Invert it.
Invert it.
Rotate it 360.
Put it
What about
in your
Skip
butt.
It? Skip It was a precursor to Bop It.
Skip
Yeah.
it. Skip it. Oh, Jesus. So, at this time, listener, Sam Ashby is blowing up a whoopee cushion. It's about to get real. Oh,
You
man.
know, now that I think about it, Skip It was like a LoJack for liars. Because like Skip It was the game that you played with friends that you couldn't trust. Like it's like, hey man, you want to go play Bop It, or you want to go play Shoots and Ladders? No, fuck you, man. You cheat all the time. We're gonna play a game where I have quantifiable numbers. You skip 63 goddamn times, so I know you actually skip 63 goddamn times.
That's true. You can't cheat and skip it.
Because like, there's the one guy. It's like, don't take a bathroom break, because there's that one kid who'll like spin it on his arm for like 2 minutes. It's like,
Yeah.
you skipped 1,007 times while I was in the bathroom. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm a skipping fool.
What can I say?
I had this one kid in my neighborhood that had to skip it. He was the first kid, like, you know how they say a lot of times you can't really tell if someone is going to be gay until they're older? Yeah. This was a gay kid. This kid was gay. And
like, hello, I'm gay! And like,
his name was BJ.
Oh, well, of course.
BJ, if you ever listen to this, I love you. You're a great, awesome dude. He was one of my brother's contemporaries.
But you're gay.
Oh, he's totally gay. I heard through the grapevine he's out of the closet, so I don't think it's a secret. I'm not outing William Titus of Brick, New Jersey.
Is he like William of Dukeshire or something? Like, is he like a Duke or something?
William Titus Duke.
BJ of Canterbury.
Can I just say that if you were the Duke of Dukeshire, that would be the best Duke to be?
You'd be the primo Duke.
Are you like the original
The best Duke ever. The Duke of... They named all Dukes for me. I am the OG Duke, but... Okay, so BJ.
Yeah.
All my brother's friends and other kids his age, because, you know, at that age, 3 years is a big difference. So they all, like, you know, played hide and seek in, like, the little woods right there, or they, you know, rode bikes up and down the street. They all watched, like, Rambo and the Rocky movies. And they all had, like, crew cuts or the bowl cut. He had, like, the late 80s, early 90s blonde poodle mullet. With, like, and it was, like, poofy. Mm-hmm. Like, kind of like Michael Bolton with a mullet.
Okay.
And all the other kids were watching, like, these, like, action movies and Ninja Turtles, and he would go, "Hey guys, you want to come in and watch Hairspray?" The original Hairspray, which makes me go, he's gonna make, like, a really excellent gay man. Like, I don't know you anymore, William Titus, but if you ever hear this, I would love to know you now. You're probably a hilarious gay man because you were into John Waters when you were like 11. You know what I'm saying? That's a good track to be in, like a well-rounded gay man.
Yeah.
You know? Just saying.
And that's been Gay Corner with Patrick.
Gainer. I don't know.
What?
Like corner.
Gainer?
Gainer.
Like
I
Gloria
thought you
Gaynor?
like a gay boner.
Caner. I don't know.
Like Gloria Gaynor.
I'm gonna start calling my penis Gloria Gaynor.
What?
Yeah.
Gloria Gaynor. Whose penis, Gloria Gaynor? Your penis is famous for singing one song.
Yeah. It's only good at one song. That's what I'm saying.
It can only do one cock push-up.
There can only be one. One. That's what I'm saying. There can only be one. There can only be one.
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 I had a next door neighbor growing up. His name was Juan Quinones. They were the Quinones, this awesome Puerto Rican family. And I remember, like, it was the week I moved in. We had just moved in from Staten Island, and I was having a bowling birthday party, and I didn't know anybody yet, so I invited the kids in my class, who I had just met. No, wait. How did I met them? I don't even know how I fucking knew these kids. It's like we invited random kids. It's crazy. Like, just all the kids on the block and in the neighborhood. Hey, come to my birthday party. I don't know anybody because it's the middle of the summer and I haven't met anybody yet. And Juan comes with me, and he's my next door neighbor, so I feel like, you know, at that age, you're instantly going to be my new best buddy because you're my age. So they put him on my bowling team, and my most ignorant relative, my Aunt Linda, gets up there, and this is like the first time that they're like, "What's your name?" He says, "Juan." She writes W-O-N.
What?
Juan. Okay?
Wow.
And I know, she's a New Yorker. You never met someone named Juan
I'm from the
before?
South, and I know it's called Juan, J-U-A-N.
Juan.
Yeah.
Okay? So, of course, we all go, "One, we won." What did we win? Like, yeah. My family has some ignorant fucking people on it, dude. Jesus. Really crazy. Because my family are crazy embarrassing, man.
Dude, you don't know my family.
Man, dude, our families are about equally embarrassing, my friend. Really embarrassing.
My family's in the fucking news. People
For being embarrassing.
Yes.
My family should be in the news. But your family wins in that one, yeah.
Yes.
Your
Yeah,
family
they
was in the news.
People know us.
You know who I know? Sam Ashby. And Sam, you know what I look at you? When I look at you, you know what I see?
What?
I see pride. I see power.
Really?
I see a badass mother that ain't
see-
gonna take no shit off nobody. Say it. Say it, Sam.
I'm a badass mother that won't take shit off nobody.
Say it again.
Woo! I'm a badass mother. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm fucked up.
Sam Ashby.
I've had too many of these Yinglings, motherfuckers.
Sam Ashby is a secret Casanova. You don't even know. He's a secret Casanova.
It's not good.
Wait,
He's a secret Casanova. Like, I know he just has the Casanova eye.
how does one
You can just tell.
How does one be a secret Casanova?
It's they don't put it out there. They don't have to be all loud about it. Like, woo.
So Sam's leading a double life.
Exactly. Well, he's secretly. I think personally, the delivering pizzas thing. That's not really what he's doing.
So
like,
he's
he's a gigolo.
So didn't Patrick Dempsey come out in a movie where he was a pizza delivery guy, but was just having sex with all the pizza,
That's what I did.
with all the ladies that
We
were
thought
getting
this-
pizza?
I was just fucking.
No,
He was just
Sam
fucking the
said,
pizza.
no, that's what I do. A pizza. I fuck that pizza.
I put my penis on the pizza, and then they eat it. And by the transitive property, they have eaten my penis. So yeah, that's how that goes. Science is weird, man.
I love science.
It teaches us why the sky is its color and why Sam's
Sam,
penis
have you
is
seen the chips?
The what?
The chips.
chips.
Oh no, I haven't. I thought they were the. I don't know
Continue
where
the conversation.
I don't know where the chips went.
Oh, there's the chips.
We found the chips. Kringle.
Kringle,
Kringles.
Kringle.
Kringle,
That's what we're
Kringle.
eating. They're the off-brand North Huntsville.
They're off-brand. Kringles.
They're
I got
double
them.
Kringles.
I got them
Kringle,
at Save-A-Lot next door. You guys ever want to go to a real ghetto supermarket? Go to Save-A-Lot on Pulaski Pike.
So do they have Kringles there?
Do
That's what I
they?
want to know.
Do Kringles,
I can get Kringles from my ice cream man.
do Kringles have rudges?
I want some Kringly rudges.
That sounds disgusting.
Kringly Rogers.
I want some Kringly.
Vermicious Knibs and.
That sounds like something a British person says when they're scraping out the bottom of a banger
Oi!
smash plate. Look at all these Kringly rudges.
Dude, you have a fucking good British accent. I can't do it.
Oi! Look at these Kringly Rogers.
Bye say. That's all I can
Bye
do.
bye say.
It sounds like a
That,
country
Patrick.
Australian
You just reminded me of. You just reminded me of fucking what's her name in Coal Miner's Daughter. You look like a big old bar.
You kinda right.
You sound like a big old bar.
You
making
sound like a
noises.
big old bar making that noises. Give me that trash can.
Hand me that flash, man.
Patrick's accent is a little more like a Cockney accent. He's been around the block a couple of times.
Now, that's almost like a South African accent you do. It's almost Kiwi, almost a Kiwi accent, but it's got a little bit of, it's the South African accent's like the weirdest. South African white people have the weirdest accents I've ever met.
Yeah, Dave Matthews is crazy.
Dave Matthews, yeah, I'm from South Africa. South Africa.
Time. Oh, that's singing Blowfish. Sorry.
Well, and some dandelion.
And some lemonade.
Right above the water, right above down, with a little bell.
And some tenderness.
And some damn bell.
I bet when people knew that he was black, they're like, holy shit, he's black?
That's how people acted about Van Morrison when they found out he was white.
And Irish.
And Irish white guy.
Dude, I love Van Morrison, man.
Or how people felt when they found out that Joe Cocker wasn't a spastic. Joe Cocker's got an amazing voice. I love me some Joe Cocker.
When I found out the chick who sang in Great Gig in the Sky wasn't black. She was white.
The what?
Great Gig in the Sky. Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd.
Oh.
She's black. She does it better than I do, though.
I think it was Beyonce.
She does better at being black than you do, yeah.
That's all I can do.
That was
Sorry.
the most terrifying impression of Great Gig in the Sky I've ever seen in my life, Sam. Ever.
Thanks, buddy.
It was terrifying.
Thanks.
I'm terrified.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
You know what I'm terrified of?
What?
Americans.
And
Beatles.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I just
Jimmy Jazz.
no, what I was gonna say is I like hanging out with you guys.
Cool.
And can I have some of those chips?
Don't choke.
Yes.
Don't choke.
Absolutely. I have to open a new pack.
Okay. Yeah, open up the new pack. Let's get some ketchup on that shit.
Absolutely. Ketchup on the chips?
Yeah.
That's
You've
disgusting.
never put ketchup on chips?
Fuck that.
Dude.
That's
Really?
disgusting.
Did you ever put chips on a sandwich when you were a kid?
You know what? I may do that now. Can you hand me the bread?
Yes.
Absolutely. Dankeschön.
Why do you have a loaf of bread?
Kartoffeln.
Why do you have a
Because
loaf
we
of
like sandwiches.
so
Zach.
much that you have a loaf of bread in every room of the
Yes.
house.
We have the meat. We have the bread. We have the chips. We're ready to go.
We're
Is
prepared.
there a carving knife in every room as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I carved
That's
the ham.
for other things.
I have the pig in the back. We're ready to go.
Sometimes you need to sacrifice them for the Dark Lord.
Have you seen, Patrick, a Comedy Bang Bang?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. It's so
Genius.
fucking funny, dude. I watched the whole season, first season, like yesterday. Or 2 days ago. It's fucking hilarious.
I seriously like that show so much that I'm like an asshole about it. Like when I meet people that don't like it, I'm like, you just don't get it.
Fucking
Okay, well,
funny,
you just don't.
So
Okay,
funny.
sorry.
And
I'm sorry for you.
I
that you don't
really,
get
I
it.
really thought it was cool that Tim, the Absolutely. You remember Tim?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Tim and Eric's production company, so it's kind of like that same humor almost, like that kind of just weird. I fucking love it. Hey, me. Thanks for the chips.
No chips for Zach.
No.
No chips. Trying to stay away from the trans fats.
Pretty much.
Gonna get all buff.
No.
And then take shirtless pictures of yourself like Geraldo. Send them out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Chris Pratt. That would be like, yeah.
Was he taking shirtless pictures of himself too?
Yeah, because he's showing his new
His
physique for
Star
Guardians
Lord,
and
his
Guardians
Star Lord body.
Yeah.
Star Lord is a genius. I'm really excited about that movie, man. Like I can't even express it. Like I'm angry that they haven't announced who the fuck Rocket Raccoon is yet. I'm such when people are like, oh man, I can't wait for Rocket Raccoon. People are like, they have no idea who the fuck that is. Most people are like, odd Marvel character to really be excited about. I'm like, he's a great character, man. I wonder what all the other comics are up to tonight. I bet it's not as awesome.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they were all recording themselves and eating Kringles?
And eating chips as well.
Chips are delicious.
Oh, hey, do you think it's creepy to tell a woman she has beautiful eyes?
No. I don't think it's creepy at all.
Is there any context where that's creepy?
I think if you first saw her at a glance from across the bar, and all of a sudden the first thing you go up and grab her by the arm, you pull her close to you, like forcefully,
So
like, hey,
if you
you
assault
have
a
beautiful
woman,
eyes.
If you assault a woman, it's creepy.
Yes. Yes. If you go up and
It's
just-
always creepy when you assault a woman.
Okay.
So, by the way, I was just kind of looking at the top of the karaoke cabinet here, and I was thinking to myself, that would be the most mishmash team of all time, wouldn't it?
Here's your chips.
Larfleeze, Hobgoblin, Hush, the Flash.
Hush and Judge Dredd alone would be crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And Wolverine, dude.
Yeah.
Hush, Judge Dredd, and Wolverine.
Who would win in a fight, Judge Dredd or Wolverine?
Wolverine.
Yeah, but
Wolverine versus most people, it's Wolverine.
that just doesn't seem fair.
It's historically pretty accurate. Well, actually, Wolverine's just really good at taking a punch. He is still the best there is at what he does. But really, historically, Wolverine's really good at getting himself blown up and
Have
shit.
you ever seen Superhero Beatdown?
No.
Dude, you should look into that.
What is Superhero Beatdown?
Basically, they're on episode 10 that they're making right now, and you can probably go to their website and vote.
Not right now.
But they put up a link on their website that allows you to vote between these two characters in like the sci-fi, horror, comic, and like fantasy canon of who would win in a fight, and then whoever gets the highest amount of votes, they like professionally record and choreograph this fight between these two actors dressed as the characters, and they play who would win. They've done Superman versus Thor.
Really?
Gandalf versus Darth Vader.
By the way, my answer is Thor. If they pick Superman, that's retarded.
Well, you know they picked Superman.
Oh, that's bullshit. Superman is susceptible to magic, and Thor is a fucking god with an enchanted hammer. Done.
He's all about some alchemy.
Have you seen the Dark World poster?
Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Do you know who's playing the bad guy in that movie, right? Chris Eccleston, the Doctor.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
they're announcing the 12th Doctor Sunday.
It's John Hurt.
Oh,
Or is that just for that special?
I don't know. Maybe they've already announced it. Maybe they announced it today.
I think it's John Hurt.
Like John Hurt from Alien John Hurt?
Yeah, that John Hurt.
Old man John Hurt.
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, they hold on. Here. Look at this. Well, if you guys haven't seen the most recent episodes of The Doctor, I probably shouldn't put it on for you then. I just almost did that and was going to fast forward to the end.
Speaking of next episodes of anything, we need to catch up on Breaking Bad, Zach.
Yeah.
August 11th. Season 5, Part 1's on Netflix now. So.
Okay.
Hold on. We say... I think it's a rude and a reckless when you feel so crude and a thankless when you're drinking brew for breakfast. Do you guys ever feel like a total alcoholic when you get up and want a cold beverage and there's nothing else to drink and it's like 10 a.m. and there's a cold beer in there? Do you feel like an alcoholic when you're like, I'm having a beer at 10 a.m.?
I've been drunk every day for the past 2 weeks. So
Have you?
I feel like a pretty alcoholic, right now.
And you weigh $105. I mean, shit. I'm messing with you, man.
I've only drank a beer out of legitimate thirst maybe twice in my life, where I'm like, man, I'm really thirsty.
Yeah, I've never done that. I always drink water out of legitimate thirst. I drink water all day at work. So.
It's a terrible idea when you're thirsty too, because it's like, oh, here's this liquid that I like and it should be replenishing.
Yeah.
But then like you chug it and you feel like you're going to die 1,000 deaths.
Yes. What is this?
Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 1?
You're not. You're still in episode season 4.
I'm still in season 4.
Oh, don't do it to you then. Okay, I didn't do it. I almost did it.
Season 5 though, man, it just...
Breaking Bad is such a good show, man, because...
takes it to another level. There's nothing wrong with that show. The only thing I ever thought was wrong with that show was the airplane crash. I thought it was kind of a weak point.
Was the what?
The aircraft crash, the whole plot line.
Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. You could skip that entire subplot and be okay with knowing what's going on with the show. All you have to know is Jesse's girlfriend died. Spoiler alert.
And she was really hot.
That's not a spoiler alert. Dude, if it was more than 2 years ago, which it was, it's not a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, Vader was Luke's father.
I'm telling you.
No!
That's not true. That's impossible.
Speaking of episode 7, I don't know. I told him, but John Williams is scoring.
Yeah, I saw that.
8 and 9. He wants these.
I hope that everything Patton Oswalt said on that fucking rant comes
That's
true.
pretty awesome.
I hope all of it. I want to see Thanos in the fucking Marvel in the universe. Hold on 1 second. Would anybody like a beer?
I'm okay.
No.
I'm good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
I could go for another soda pop.
Hey. Oh.
Pizza? Awesome.
I brought pizza in for everybody. Want pizza?
Yes.
Slice of pizza? Room temperature.
That's, dude. I eat it room temperature pizza all the time.
I'm gonna put these on.
Rudy red slippers. Yeah.
Spanish bombs. Episode 7. Like, here's the thing about it. I feel like it would be impossible to fuck it up. How could you fuck it up? Like,
I don't think you can.
just do the right thing. Get the original actors in there.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars. They're not gonna say no. It's Star Wars.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's my entire logic. It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say no.
Yeah. I really wish this happened sooner, to be honest with you. You don't think so?
The time wasn't right.
I agree. I think that hate has subsided from the prequels enough now. So I think if that happened 2008, like say that episode 7 came out in like 2008, it would have bombed.
Dude, I don't hate the prequels.
I don't like them.
I don't like it. But I don't hate them.
No, but they're canon.
They are canon.
They're canon.
By force.
By the Force. That's why I delved into the expanded universe, because I thought the prequels didn't do it for me. I know there's more story here than you see the prequels, and I've delved into the expanded universe, and it's been blowing my mind.
Yep.
Like I said, the first thing I read, I need to read the volume, is Force Storm. Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm.
Man.
And it's before the Jedi. And
Did you see this Jedi Bible thing?
Mm-mm.
They're selling this huge, or it's the Jedi Way or something like that.
Jedi.
The Path of the Jedi. This huge, basically a Jedi Bible.
So it's kind of like their sacred text.
It's essentially the doctrine of the Jedi.
Well, it's awesome.
You can buy it. It's at Books A Million.
And it's canon. That's what I love about it. It is Star Wars canon. I don't know if you know about this, but what that means is everything expanded universe has to go through George Lucas. He has to prove everything.
Not anymore.
Doesn't. Well, now that Lucasfilm's bought to Disney, but before then, so everything that's basically come out now has basically.
Did you see that picture of him and like the CEO of Disney and Lucas's face where he looked like he was like the most forced smile ever? Like,
You think so?
yeah, dude.
He made billions of dollars.
That's his baby, though.
No. I don't know. Here's what I think
kids
about
are
it.
going to take it over, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, I propose this. We keep this recording, and we all stay close, and then move this outside to the picnic table and smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Yes?
I'm gonna sauce pizza.
Oh, it's out. That was it.
Okay, that's fine.
That was it.
That's fine.
You gotta get going soon. Well, we'll keep it going for a few more minutes, have a cigarette or two. At this time, listener, we've gotten up from our room and we are going to go outside and partake in smoking of cigarettes,
Tobacco.
of the tobacco products. Did I leave them outside?
I think you do.
Watch, Will. Oh, wait. Let's make sure we have a lighter this time.
You know what a good word is?
I don't have one with me. What's a great word? Chicanery? I think I knew a girl named Chicanery. Kitty. You ain't getting in here. Get out of here, kitty.
I'm done.
Hold on.
Get back.
Get back, cat. I'm a monster. I'm a scary monster. And you are not going to get outside. Not on my watch. Close that door. Trap the beasts. I like my little domestic paradise over here.
You've been living most of your life living in a domestic paradise.
It's all crazy. You know what? Honestly, though, this neighborhood is a really, really cool neighborhood in general, man. It's like really, it's the only place in Huntsville other than like 5 Points that I found where you can walk to things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can actually walk to things. You can't do that in Madison or South Huntsville. You really can't.
You could, but it's not recommended.
You can't do it in West Huntsville for sure. There's nothing around where we live at all. Oh, okay. There's nothing around where we live at all. Like,
Right at all. What is the worst living situation you ever had?
The worst living situation?
Mm-hmm.
it was just a few months ago when I lived with the people I lived with. I don't want to.
Oh no! Okay, yeah,
In
I'm sorry.
Fayetteville.
I didn't think about that.
And it wasn't bad in terms of it was just my mental state at the time of being in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Living with my sister and boyfriend. It wasn't them at all. It was me in my mental state and being in Fayetteville, Tennessee. It was a horrible time in my life.
Okay, how about this? Let me. What is a hilarious roommate story?
Hilarious roommate
Oh, I
story.
got one.
Everyone has a good roommate story.
When I was a freshman in college, I lived in the dorms at MTSU, and my roommate, his name was Samuel as well, and he was a big, tall guy, afro, really cool guy. I want to find him on Facebook and add him. He's a really he was a really cool guy. He was a journalism major as well as I was, and he was sports communication. Like he wanted to be like he loved sports and shit. But he was really funny. We always got along. But one day I was coming out of the dorm room and he was down. Like we had a friend named Clyde. He was from Brooklyn. He's a fucking awesome guy. He's from Brooklyn, a really cool guy. And he lived down the hall from us. And one day he was talking to Clyde and his roommate Rob. And like he saw me come out of the door and like I was going to class to go to class that day. And I was coming out the door locking and he saw me. So he started running down the hall toward me. And the door was an iron door frame, and I don't have any defensive skills. I'm not strong at all. So I just like he's like he was like 175, 200 pound guy. He's a big dude, and he started running toward me. And as he came toward me, I just went limp, and he ran into me, and my face slammed against the iron door frame, and you can actually see it.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I don't know if it's that side.
The scar?
The scar, you see that scar? I slammed it, like my face slammed into that.
Did you get like a concussion?
Yeah, I got a concussion. I had to get like 7 stitches. And it was the funniest roommate story I've had. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, that's cool.
Hilarious story. I don't know, man. Like, to be honest, like, I tend to forget a lot of my past.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer.
I do too.
I do that
I do
too.
too. There's a lot of my past I don't remember at all.
And it's funny too, because like they'll be like these little points of reflection that I'll just like come across that are triggered by the most random things. A lot of it has to do with smell too. Like I usually have, my memories are recalled easier when I smell something familiar.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really have a hilarious like roommate story. I've only had 2 sets of roommates. One was my ex-girlfriend, and then
Mark and Lisa.
Most recently was the Bentleys.
Mark and Lisa Bentley. I love them so. That had to be interesting living with Mark and Lisa Bentley.
Yeah, it was great. It was a blast.
That had to have been fun.
I remember having to tell them all my little quirks when I moved in. Like, hey, I fall asleep like at any given time. Fall asleep at any given time in any position, and don't worry about me. I'm comfortable. I'll just wake up 7 hours later.
Just leave me in that position.
Yeah. Like, I still to this day when I go over there and just sit on the couch, there's no, it's like a good 50-50 chance whether I'm going to pass out right there just sitting down. It's like there's a
I've seen you do that.
It's like there's a set of nerves in my ass that trigger me to fall asleep every time I sit. So, like, I should probably stop wearing, like, a inflatable donut at all times. But, like, they had a party not that long ago, and, like, I remember, like, sitting arms crossed, watching, like, some comedy special, and the next thing I know, I wake up and it's, like, 8:30 in the morning, and I'm in the exact same position, and all I could think was, like, were people, like, having to move around me? Like, because I was in the exact same position.
That's ridiculous. I've had a few roommates. My buddy Johnny and I, my old friend of mine, we used to, when I lived in Oklahoma, our apartment complex, our backyard, the back fence to our backyard was the fence between our yard and a golf course. And it wasn't like an expensive apartment. Like, what's funny is, it was like the line where the rich people started and the poor people started. You know, it was where they met. Mm-hmm. And it was my backyard. And so one day we decided we were going to make a little bit of money and hang out all day. So we went and got a keg. For no real reason. We weren't having a party. We just got a keg of beer. And we went outside. We got a ton of Solo cups. And there was a golf tournament going on. Mm-hmm. And all day long. Hey, man. $2 Yingling? Yeah, definitely. Better than the country club prices. I had some guy from the country club try to come by. He was like, hey, listen, you can't do that. I was like, I'm in my yard.
Yeah.
What I do from my yard is my business. And he tried to talk to me like how it was illegal for me to be selling alcohol. I was like, I'm just giving beer to my buddies, and they're paying. They're tipping me.
Yeah. It's all cash. Can't be traced.
We all figured it out. Man, yeah, that was a trip.
Go back to your cart, Reginald.
You get back there, Reggie. No, he's not a Reggie. He's a Reginald. The only person who calls him Reggie is his mom. His mom. Reggie.
Reggie,
what's a Solo cup?
BBC. Reggie, watch the BBC.
The bye-bye
I can't.
sound like a big old bar.
The BBC.
Oh no, now you sound like a Ringo. When you sound like Ringo, it's pretty easy to sound like
have
this.
you seen Kyle Dunnigan? There's a guy named Kyle Dunnigan. He does a really good fucking impression of Paul McCartney. Oh my god, it's so spot on.
I don't know. I could do a pretty good impression of Paul. He's really a pretentious Liverpudlian accent. It's pretty it's pretty good. I don't know. You know, it's like Ben on the Rum. It's pretty good. You know. Now George Harrison's the easiest people to do an impression of. George Harrison is very, 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 very Liverpudlian. Very and he had the high voice, almost like a lisp, but not a lisp. I don't do a very good John Lennon impression. John Lennon sounds like John Lennon. Man, I was earlier tonight. I serenaded Tara to her horror. I was like, if I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? And recently I've been on this kick where I've been listening to early Beatles. Like, everyone almost exclusively dismisses early Beatles. Early Beatles are great, man.
See, I'm the opposite. I know less about later Beatles.
I know more about later Beatles than I do early Beatles.
And it's
Most people do.
You know what's weird to think? They were only around for a few years.
10 years, man.
10 years. Yeah.
They got together in 1960, and their
Broke up
last
in
album was
70.
in 1970.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Lennon was by far the best solo Beatle. Body of work. Now, musician-wise,
Harrison.
definitely George Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison.
Yeah. Harrison.
Plus, All Things Must Pass is brilliant. And
Yeah.
you know what it pisses me off is when I meet people that dismiss the Traveling Wilburys. I love the Traveling Wilburys.
I
man.
really haven't listened to him that much.
Dude, you got to get with the Traveling Wilburys. I mean, think about it. It was a band with George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne.
Yeah.
What a cool band.
I felt like the universe was going to collapse on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell like a music related story that I
Yeah.
always like changed my life? When I was in high school, the movie I'm Not There came out. The movie about Bob Dylan. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that. Came out, and it was kind of an indie film, so it didn't really come out like major theaters. But it came out at the Belcourt in Nashville. The Belcourt's like an indie film a theater.
That's where they do all the riff tracks.
Yeah, Belcourt's fucking awesome. So they were playing it there. So I was like, I really want to go see that because I was a huge Bob Dylan fan in high school. Sorry, there's a bug in my mouth. So I asked my friends, they want to go with me too. I was like, yeah, I'll go with you. And it was like a Monday night, like a school night. I had to be at school the next morning. And so like that night, like everybody bailed on me. Like they didn't want to go. I was like, all right, well fuck, I'll go by myself because I really want to see this movie. So I drove to Nashville like 2 hours by myself. Like, 17 years old, drove up to Nashville by myself at midnight. The show is a midnight showing. And when I got to Belcourt, they said, oh, I'm Not There, it's not showing tonight. But this other movie is showing. It was The Last Waltz.
Oh, nice.
And I got to see The Last Waltz in theaters, and it blew my fucking mind. I got to see Neil Young for the first time. So the first time
With the giant Coke booger?
Yeah, yes. It was the unedited version, like the uncensored version.
Yeah.
Like, it had the Coke under his nose. Fucking blew my mind. I was 17. There's the only people in the audience were like 50-year-old men. It was just
Last Waltz is a classic.
It was
man.
fucking amazing. Like, you have to see that movie in theaters with like a good surround sound.
My
God, it blew my mind.
I went to the Met in New York, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I went with my Aunt Eileen, and we saw they released it in the 90s, but they finally released it, Dylan at the Royal Albert Hall.
They have.
You've heard about that, right?
Yeah.
That's the Judas performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my favorite part is when the guy yells out, he goes, Judas!
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't believe you. You're a liar. And it's brilliant, man.
Have you ever heard the quote by him, give the anarchist a cigarette? Have you heard that quote by him before?
Yep.
Talking about how, like, they described in the London, like, newspaper described as an anarchist. He said, well, give the anarchist a cigarette. I want my first... This sounds pretentious and stupid and self-absorbing, and it is. But whenever I release, like, my first, like, comedy CD or whatever it is, EP or whatever, I want to call it Give the Comedian a Cigarette in reference to Bob Dylan. Like, because he's a big influence on me.
Dylan's a genius, man.
He's my all-time favorite. Like, there's, like... like, there's BC and AD. Like, for me, it was before Dylan, BD, and AD after Dylan.
Yep. I mean, dude, honestly, that's what I was talking about. Desolation Row is one of my all-time favorite songs, man. I know every word to that. I've actually thought about jokingly going to a karaoke night, seeing if they had that, and then kind of like
I would love to do
hijacking karaoke night because everyone be, waiting for someone to do like, Proud Mary by Ike and Tina. Get up there, do an 11-minute song by Bob Dylan. They're selling postcards of the hanging.
My favorite Bob Dylan song of all time, though, is Visions of Johanna.
Visions of Johanna is really good.
Blonde on Blonde is my all-time favorite album. One of them all-time.
Tombstone Blues.
Tombstone Blues.
Tombstone Blues.
Fucking,
Mama's in the factory. She ain't got no
Ghost
shoes.
of Tom Jones. Do You, Mr. Jones. With,
Ballad of a Thin Man.
Ballad of a Thin Man.
You know who that song's about?
Brian Jones.
Brian Jones.
Yeah.
Doom, doom. You know what's funny? Did I tell you that that is the exact amount of time to get from my house to the Copper Top. I put on
Man.
Ballad of a Thin Man in my driveway, and when I get there, it is always at the end of the song.
Such a good song, man. Such a good fucking song.
And because I measured it out so well, that's become my I'm driving to the Copper Top song, Ballad of a Thin Man.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Boom, 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 boom. It's fucking amazing.
You have many contacts among the lumberjacks who.
What else?
From Dylan?
From Dylan, yeah.
Freewheeling, pretty much everything
Bob
off of
Dylan,
Freewheeling.
Yeah.
I like
Times are changing.
Positively 4th Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have y'all heard the live? I have it's a double disc, and the first disc is him acoustic, and the second disc is
That's
it's
the live at the Royal Albert
I
Hall.
had that.
That's what I was talking about.
Okay,
yeah.
He opens up with the electric chair with "Hey Mama" and just rips it up. I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Tell me, mama.
Yeah. I've yet to see. I've seen the Martin Scorsese one. What was that?
Oh, No Direction Home.
Yeah, which is
No
one
Direction
of the best
Home
things.
was really good.
Yeah,
man.
it was one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, dude, Scorsese's brilliant.
Yeah.
You really need to get with it with some Scorsese, man.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
I know.
you never
seen Mean Streets. I've never seen Godfather.
Taxi Driver?
I've seen Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver's one of
You've
my
never
favorite
seen The
movies.
Last Temptation.
I've never seen The Last Temptation.
The Last Temptation of
Godfather is
Christ.
actually Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, it's Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, never mind.
Or not. It is
Yeah, it's
Coppola.
Francis
Yeah,
Ford Coppola.
yeah.
Casino. Scorsese.
Yeah, Casino, Goodfellas,
Goodfellas,
Mean
that's what
Streets, Mean Streets,
Raging
Last
Bull.
Temptation,
Raging
Raging
Bull,
Bull,
Gangs of
Bringing
New York.
Out the Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
one
a
of
really good
his most
movie.
underrated ones. too.
Totally, yeah. See, you understand, dude. The I be banging scene in that movie. For anyone who has listened to this, watch the scene specifically.
Ving Rhames.
Where Ving
invoking Ivy
Rhames,
Bang.
who is this crazy Bible thumper paramedic, which, by the way, side note, one of Tom Sizemore's best performances.
Yeah.
Hands down.
It fit
Tom
his
Sizemore
personality.
is the most underrated actor ever. He's just a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
But he's such a good actor. But
I like
Ving Rhames and fucking Nicolas Cage go into this place where this
It's this club.
this club with this bad kind of band that kind of looks like Orgy are playing, and one of them OD'd on heroin.
Yeah.
And they come in there, and Ving Rhames makes them form a circle around him, hold hands, and he starts praying over them, and he's like, "Oh, I be banging Lord. Help this young man for his sins. He knows not what he's done." And he's doing this, and the entire time, they already have the electrodes. Isn't that right? No, they had given him the adrenaline shot.
Yeah. They pretty much got his heart started again.
But they did it in a way that not everyone saw it. And basically, he jumps up in the middle, and Ving Rhames basically treats it like he's performed a miracle. And he's like, y'all need to give yourselves to Jesus. Get yourselves saved. It's so brilliant, that scene, man. It's a weird cast, so a lot of people dismiss that movie because it's Bridget Fonda and Nicolas Cage.
Didn't he do a movie with Robert De Niro called The King of Comedy or something like that, or
Patricia Arquette, not Bridget Fonda.
Yeah.
Or it's like a guy who tried out comedy or something.
The King of Comedy.
The King of Comedy, was that it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to see that too, because that's
With Robert De Niro.
Yeah, with Robert De Niro. Yeah. And he tries to do comedy or something like that. Sounds interesting too. I don't know, man. There's a lot of Scorsese I haven't watched. Shit ton
Scorsese is
of
a genius.
Yeah, I love Scorsese.
The Departed is so good.
Departed and Taxi Driver are two of my all-time favorite movies.
Dude, The Departed is unfucking believable.
Yeah.
He really understands what's crazy is that a lot of people kind of pigeonhole him the way they pigeonhole Spike Lee, where Spike Lee,
I've yet to see Hugo.
I'm not one for pandering, but I remember the Oscars right after 9/11. they wanted to do like a tribute to New York. They had Woody Allen come up there, and Woody Allen was
never
talking
at the
about-
Oscars.
Yeah,
Never.
and he put together a short film. It's really brilliant. I'm sure it's on YouTube. But basically, and it was this mishmash of all these great moments in New York from the history of film. And he, in his monologue before it, he talks about, he said, I said, there's all these great New York directors, why'd you come to me? You have Marty Scorsese or Spike Lee. And he said, they weren't available. Okay, what is your opinion of Woody Allen?
I like him.
I love Woody Allen.
I love Woody Allen.
I think
too.
I think he's a good humorist.
I really think that, and I really admire him because he puts a movie out almost every year. And I've told
He doesn't
Zach
care
this.
if people see it.
I've told Zach this. Like, I admire artists who do quality. I admire artists who do quality over quantity, but I also admire artists who do quantity over quality.
That's the thing. All of his movies are good. They're just not always well received.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think
they're well-made films.
I think even like a not as well received Woody Allen film is just as good. Is way better than any shitty like film.
Hollywood crap.
Yeah, it's
dude.
still a really good film.
He gets judged a lot because of media bullshit, because of the whole thing about his stepdaughter who is now his wife, and has been his wife for years.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, was it?
Have you heard about his new movie though, Blue Jasmine, with Louis C.K.?
No.
It's got Andrew Dice Clay. I know you don't like Andrew Dice Clay.
My buddy Danny Moya is really, really into the Dice Man.
I've
had the opportunity to see Andrew Dice Clay for free, and I said no.
Yeah.
For free. And I have to really not like a comic to not go see them for free. You guys got to bounce?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll call this a night then.
It's been a good night, man.
Gentlemen.
We've had a good thing. What we did here, a podcast, whatever it was.
Whatever it was, a bullshit session that was recorded.
Fun. Well, wait, you can put it like Dropbox and send it like a SoundCloud or
I'm
something.
going to listen to it first,
Yeah,
and then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Whatever you
most
want to do.
definitely. Gentlemen,
I
it's a
love you, buddy.
pleasure.
I gotta go get my shoes in the house real quick. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Yeah.